Alright guys, so sorry about the noise, might be a little echoey, but we're going to go ahead and repair this refrigerator. So what we got going on is the freezer part does work, but it does not cool the refrigerator part. Now we did leave it unplugged, doors open for 24 hours to sort of see if there was a blockage of ice. There's no blockage of ice, and then when we pull the ducting off, you'll see that there's no blockage in general. What we have is a bad fan. The bad fan that we have is right there. So the very first thing we're going to do is pull this glass shelf out and get ready to get this off of here. So the first thing we're going to do, now if you have a screwdriver that takes bits, typically they're 1/4 inch. These screws right here are also 1/4 inch. There's two of them. There's one here and one here. Okay, so now that that's off, this panel is easy. You just sort of lift up and pull towards you. There we go. Now, if we had a blockage, it would be here. However, you can stick something through there and get to the refrigerator. There's no blockage. There's never been anything frozen there. So that's good. So this is our culprit, our fan here. So we're going to go ahead and replace it. Now, in order to get to this, we got two more of those screws. Again, there's nothing on the end of this screwdriver. Get this one, and then this one. All right, now this panel's gonna fall as soon as I get this screw out. There it goes. Now let's get that panel out of here. There we go. All right, so now that we're here, we have one plug. We could take this whole bracket off. What I'm going to try to do is get in there, and there's two screws. If you turn the fan blades just right, you'll be able to get to them. So hopefully I can get it without getting the bracket out. That's the goal. But first thing I'm going to do is undo this plug here. That's a two-handed job. All right, plug is out. All right, so there's two screws behind that fan, and they are 5/16. I'm not sure if that's picking up. So we're just going to get this back here and pull that bracket that holds the fan up. There's two screws. One is right here. We're going through the fan blades and getting it, and the other one is exactly to the side of it. Now this one on the left has the ground. Keep that in mind. There we go. All right, now let's get that other screw. There we go. All right, so out of the guard stand because it's so loud in there. Here's our new motor. It appears to line up. It also appears to have like some lint all in it for some reason. Here's our old one. So there's a couple pieces that we're going to have to transfer. Of course, the bracket, but there's also like this orange rubber gasket and also the fan itself. Now the fan has, I'm not sure if that is or is not picking up a clamp. It's right there. It's green. This one is green. So we're going to take a tiny screwdriver and hopefully very carefully pry that clamp up and try to get this fan on this white motor. So that's going to be a two-handed job. So let me do that. Let me set the camera down and do that. Okay, so all I have is a tiny flathead. I'm just going to try to get it in here so see if I can open this up just a little bit without cracking this fan, because that is not what we want to do. But we got to get the blade off of here, the fan blade off of here. All right, so the clamp came off. That's going to be a pain in the butt to get on the new one. Let's go ahead and get the fan off of here. There it is. Oh no! I dropped the metal bracket. All right, well that came off. Got to keep our orange gasket. All right, not too bad. Whew. Now let's get everything back together on the white one. All right, so got our new white motor here. I'm gonna go ahead and sort of get it back on there. I'm gonna do the green clip sort of off camera because that joker is not easy to get a hold of. Well, if I can get it to sit right. There we go. Don't want it to hit nothing, so definitely be sure you do not clamp it down too tight. It appears I'm not hitting anything. Let's go ahead and get that green clip on there. I'm going to do that off camera because it's going to be a pain in the butt. But basically, this camera here, or this clip here, just going to try to open it as best you can. Sort of like so. It's going to be so much easier to do that off camera. Yeah. All right, back in the guard stand now. We're going to go ahead and put our fan back together. On our bracket here. Do one at a time. Of course, remember that the left has that ground. So be sure you remember the ground on the left. There we go. All right, let's get that up there. Get this other side in here. All right, now let's go ahead and plug in our plug. It should only go in one way. There it is. Got it in there. All right, let's get our panel on there now. All right, setting the panel back in there. If I can get it over that ductwork there. It's a tiny little ductwork, but it's still frustrating. There's that. There we go. All right, 2 screws on our ducting. All right, there's one. All right. Now we're going to put our panel back on. All right, let's put our panel back on. Remember, it just sort of pushes in and opposite of last time, slides down. 2 screws down there on the bottom. Now, because we were dealing with power, we unplugged everything. Let's plug it back now. Okay, so we're plugged back in. Not sure if you can hear it, but it is definitely running now. Let me put the mic up to it. Definitely running now. That solved it. Don't forget to unplug your machine when you start this. Do not do this plugged up. Plug the machine back up just now and we are ready to go. Looks like AC is coming back in our refrigerator. Yay! Hope it helps. Thank you much. Guys, I'm so sorry, I completely forgot to acknowledge what this is. This is a GE GTS 19KGNBRWW. It's a GE refrigerator, freezer refrigerator combo, but it does work now.